From 33 hopefuls who went through a grueling virtual pageant, five lovely echo angels were crowned new ambassadors last Sunday morning in the search for Miss Philippines Earth 2020. And and here to tell us more about it and how they plan to protect the environment, here are the newly crowned Miss Philippines Earth 2020 winners, starting from Miss Philippines Earth Ecotourism 2020, Eliza Marie Mendoza who's joining us all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Hello, Eliza.
Hi! Hi to all the Sash viewers!
Thank you. You look so gorgeous.
Thank you.
Super. I'm getting to appreciate your beauty now. Wow, thank you so much. Next on our list is Miss Philippines Earth Fire 2020, Shane Quintana Tormes from Atimonan, Quezon. Hi, Shane.
Hi! Hello, Adam. Hello po sa Sash Factor viewers natin. This afternoon, isang makalikasang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
I love that, mga kalikasan.
Yes.
next is Miss Philippines Earth Water 2020, Gianna Margarita Lianes from Mandaluyong City. Hi,
Hello.
Gianna.
Hi, Sir Adam, and everybody who's watching Sash Factor right now. I just want to throw it out there, Sir Adam. Thank you so much. I don't know, I don't think people know this, but you're the one that helped me with my styling during coronation night. So, thank you for that. You're awesome.
Maliit na bagay. You're welcome. Thanks, Gianna. Here she is as well, Miss Philippines Air 2020, Patricia Shirley Santos from Daraga, Albay. Hi, Patricia.
Oh my God, my mic was muted. Anyway, maray na hapon
Hi,
po.
Patricia.
This is Patricia Santos mula sa Daraga Albay. Of course,
It's
hello to
okay.
all Fast Factor viewers. And hello, Adam. Thank you very much for having us. You know, fun fact, since we are about sharing fun facts, Adam is actually the one who
Wow.
predicted my fate. Because in one of the captions, one of my most favorite captions he ever made on one of my photos, he said something about me being compared to a storm, bumabagyo. So I guess that's a really good way to kind of predict my placement as Miss Air. So Adam, huh? You're a psychic or something?
So, soothsayer na
Yeah.
pala. Oh. Thank you. Thank you, Patricia. Appreciate that. And last but not the least, the reigning the newly crowned Miss Philippines Earth title holder. Here she is, Roxanne Bayens from Baguio City.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Sir
Hi,
Adam.
Roxy.
Hello. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today with my Echo Queen sisters. I hope you are all safe at your respective homes.
Ang yumi ng boses ni Roxy. Sarap pakinggan. Ang lamig sa tenga. Hello, girls. How have you last Sunday? Nag-sync na ba sa inyo na you guys are the newly crowned winners of Miss Philippines Earth 2020? Anyone can start.
Okay, I'll start. Well, I have to be honest. It doesn't fully sink in yet. Sometimes when I wake up, I'm really yung kamay ko. So I'm still cloud nine. I'm so happy, grateful, and humble with all the love support I've been receiving. Also with the good feedback of the coronation night. Or shall I say afternoon?
Nga. Okay, Patricia.
Well, it has certainly synced in by now kasi this morning, after the series of interviews from local radios in Albay, everybody was repeating it over and over again. Oh, you're Miss Philippines there 2020. And finally, it has sunk into my mind that after so many years of chasing for that dream, we finally got our first national crown. So thank you, Lord. And I'm really just so thankful for all the support, belief, and love that I have been receiving. All of you have made this victory all the more so much more special to me.
Thank you, Patricia. Gianna, you're next.
Yes, for me, it has sunk in, especially after our first day of interviews. Our last interview on that day, all of us got really emotional and very vulnerable. So after that interview, I shut my laptop and I just cried by myself for like a good hour. It's definitely sunk in, and I'm so, so grateful.
Yes, grateful. Gianna is grateful. Shane,
Yes, Adam. Alam mo naman, Adam, mga pinagdaanan. For so many
Shane,
years.
you're next. You.
For so many years, finally.
Oh,
Same with Gianna. Very grateful. Grateful na talaga. And I think nagsakin siya, yeah, yesterday, when I was able to wear my crown already. And actually, ini-embrace na. Paunti-unting ini-embrace. Talaga naglalagablab itong corona na ito. And just, parang na-feel ko na it was really destined for me to be the Miss Philippines Earth fire, to keep that fire burning, nga sabi nga nila. So I'm just so happy right now.
diba? Nag-aalab talaga ang damdamin mo, kaya binigay sa'yo ang fire. You're so passionate with your candidacy. Diba,
Yes.
Shane?
Yes.
And last but not the least, last but not the least is Eliza. Yeah.
Yeah, so unlike the other queens, I still haven't gotten my crown. So maybe that's one of the reasons why it hasn't truly sunk in. But I also think it's because being in Melbourne, pageantry isn't really a big thing. And so I don't know. It's like I'm doing all these interviews, but I just can't believe it still.
All right. Alam nyo guys, TV is so surreal. Watching you guys on TV is so So, alam mo yung first time up virtually. How on a different format. Anyone can start. Anyone can just answer. It doesn't have to be everyone.
Sorry po.
Sorry.
Can you please
Question
repeat
again?
the question? Oh.
Guys, did you hear my question?
Can you
Yeah.
repeat the question?
Okay, let me repeat. Uh, how it was seeing you on TV. Seeing you on TV was very different because of a different setup. How
Yes.
was it like seeing yourselves on TV?
Okay.
Well,
How was it like seeing yourselves on TV in a different format?
Okay.
okay. I'll go first, I guess. Seeing us on television, I really thought that it was
Anyone can
going.
start. Answer.
I thought that it was going to be relaxing because I really never expected the kind of nerves that I experienced when I was watching myself. But I guess as the show went on, I got very nervous, and watching myself on TV is a very unique experience. But it also was a very happy moment for me because it was at that very moment that I was able to watch uh, the full show, wherein we were able to really see uh, the culmination of all our efforts. All the different videos that we submitted, all the different performances that we gave, were all bunched up into a tiny little show. It lasted for 2 hours, but for me, it felt like those 6 months was relived in that moment. So it was a very exciting day for me to watch myself there.
Okay, I guess I'm next. Sir Adam, I'm going to
Oo,
be
grabe.
honest. Um, I've been
Yes.
working on television for the past 7 years as a TV host. I've been covering sports games. I have never watched any of them afterwards, so I haven't even watched the final show yet. um, I've only seen snippets of it, and I guess that's why for me, I'm still kind of in
Yes.
disbelief every time I put this crown on, just because throughout the pageant, throughout the past 6 months, during the preliminaries, the minor events, I really didn't watch it just because I didn't want to psych myself out. So I have yet to watch the final show. I watched snippets of it, but for me, I just see photos, and that's when I see how the pageant has progressed. So I'm guilty for not watching it completely yet. I don't know if I can because I get really nervous when I see myself.
Okay, I'm next. Actually, we were talking. I'm talking with Gianna. The day before the coronation, I was asking her if she's going to watch. When I watched it on TV, nakakakilig to see yourself. Maybe because for the past few pageants I've joined, wala ko lagi sa last frame. So this time, nakakatuwa lang na makita mo yung sarili mo na, I made it. Actually, after 2 rounds of Q&A, the long gown competition, and na-excited ako and very much curious of how the virtual pageant will be on TV kasi wala kaming idea kung paano i-execute ng Miss Philippines Earth together with the help of GMA yung show. So I'm very happy and excited. And actually, no, kahit alam ko naman na yung resulta, sumisigaw pa rin ako while watching it. So, nakaka-excite and nakakakilig.
Okay, guys, it's my turn. So, seeing myself on TV and it being my first pageant, I just wasn't expecting it. I never thought I'd be one of those girls that you see on TV. So it was very surreal. And watching it, I was kind of shy, just because I'm so shy in general. So I didn't know how to react while I was watching it again. Po.
Well, as for me, pinabangan ko talaga siya. So, at that time, I was having my makeup done. And I was speaking every now and then. And I thought that my makeup artist was probably annoyed.
Ako ba ulit?
You're so cute, Eliza. Okay, so I think kailangan natin mag-converse tayong apat. Nakakakilig lang
Yes.
kasi. Actually, si
Okay.
Gianna, I remember I was encouraging you to watch it.
I can't. I still haven't watched it, guys.
You
How
should
was
watch
it?
it. You should watch it. Nakaka-excite. Ayan na, Roxy.
There you go.
There
I
you
learned
go.
this bad. Asan si Sir Adam? Nawala ba talaga? Or ako
Go,
na?
Rox. Go,
The showmaster.
go, Rox. Share your thoughts.
Sorry. So, at that time, I was having my makeup done for an interview. And kaunti-unti na sinisilip ako. And at the back of my mind, iniisip ko baka yung makeup artist na iirita na. Siguro on her mind, she was saying, stand still. Pero I was really hyped kasi to see the outcome. And kudos to Miss Philippines Earth for having a very successful show, a very historic event to celebrate 20 years. So I really did enjoy the show. And nagulat ako na pinalabas yung echo video ko. At the entire time, I was holding it together. Pero nung echo video ko na naiyak talaga ako. Kasi I'm happy that viewers got to know me more. So I'm very happy with that.
Wala pa
Okay,
si Adam.
Ayan. Okay, this
Bye,
back.
girls.
Ay, di na pala.
Oh.
Okay, we have our special
What
guest,
was the
Adam
first?
Renato
Oh,
Yes, pala. Parehas
from
kami.
Sash
sorry naman,
Factor.
third world the wifi
Um,
ko. Sorry.
it's
Same
okay.
tayo, don't worry.
Yeah, but hearing all your answers, hearing all your hearing all your answers, what was the first thing that you did right after winning Miss Earth Philippines? Ano yung unang ginawa nyo? Talagang tumalon ba kayo? Nag-pray talaga kayo? Dumuhod kayo? Nag-thank you kay Lord? Kumain pa kayo? What was the first thing that you guys did right after winning? After being proclaimed this year's Miss Earth Philippines title holders? Who can start?
Okay, I'll
Sige,
start
I'll
siguro.
start po.
Sige, go Roxy. Sorry, deleted.
Oo.
Go,
Yung internet ko.
Go, go, go!
go Rox, go Rox.
Honestly, una kong ginawa is ngumanga. Wala makapag-usap sa akin. Walang kaya makapag-usap sa akin kasi nakatuwa nga lang talaga ako. Umiiyak ako. Tapos nakatuwa nga lang ako. I haven't slept. Siguro ako 2 hours lang. And then, I think I only had biscuits for breakfast. So, wala na talaga akong energy. Sobrang lipam na lupang ako. The turn sabaw na sabaw. That was me! Habang nagsisink in siya. Yun. Yung una kong ginawa talaga. Tumunganga.
Nakakatuwa naman. Patricia, what was the first thing that you did right after being proclaimed Miss Philippines Earth Air title holder?
Magiging honest ba ako? No, I'll be
Umiyak
honest.
ka?
No, exacto. Actually, sobrang kabado ko. And everybody was actually messaging me about it. Pati, ano ba yun? Halatang kabado ka right before the proclamation. And then, but, when they mentioned my name, I felt like this ball rolled up inside my stomach just really gave way. And this huge smile gave out on my face. Because for me, when I was there na, we were the last women standing, I was really saying, God ko na bahala. Uh, God knows how much I wanted this. I'm honest to say that I really, really wanted to to win the competition. But when I was in that moment, parang I told my friends, I explained to my friends, I wasn't really afraid. I was like praying to God that, please, I lift it up to you and ikaw na bahala sa akin. And when I heard my name being called out as Miss Air, I just thought, finally, alam ko na. Finally, I knew the result of 6 months halos of all our efforts, all our all the challenges that we faced because of this competition. And as I keep on telling people, sometimes the wait is the hardest part, especially in the beauty pageant. As you stand there, oh no, he disappeared. Anyway, as you stand there waiting for the announcement of the winners, that is actually the longest seconds of your life in that pageant. So uh, it was really excruciating. But when I heard my name, I was relieved, and I felt the relief and the gratitude uh, swept over me. So that's why I had a big smile over at the end. So it was really, really such a interesting and remarkable moment I will never forget in my life.
Thank you for being honest, Patricia.
I think it was you, Gianna.
Next.
Okay. Well, you can see in my reactions that every time someone was called that was not me, mas nagugulat ako just because I mean I've been saying this the whole time. I felt like the underdog the whole competition. Nung nakapasok lang ako ng top 5, I was so happy na. So to be like third last to be called, was still in shock. And my Miss Mandaluyong sisters, Casey and Pat, were actually there. They said, we have to be there when they announced. And they just ran to me and gave me a big hug. They were shaking me. They're like, girl, may crown ka na, girl. I was like, oh nga, no, oh my goodness. Ate Jean Harn was there too, Miss Philippines Earth. So I spoke to them for a bit, and then the very first thing I did after was message Roxy because sa amin na lang kung ano yung message ko sa kanya. But I mean, the whole competition, I was like, if it's not me who's gonna win the crown, I want my best friend in the pageant to win. So that was one of the very first things that I did.
No. It's it's if no words, Gianna. You're entitled to it.
Oh, thank you.
Bibigay namin yun sa'yo.
Thank you. Thank you.
Si Shay naman, feeling ko pinasalamatan buong
Ay, nako. Actually, Adam, yung mga tao dito, sila naman yung kasama ko naka-quarantine ever since. So talagang power hug kami lahat. So happy kami kasi nga, nakilala yung Ate Monan eh. Nakilala yung Ate Monan, Final Five. Ginawa namin yung best namin. So power hug kami lahat. And actually, na-plan ko na yon na right after talaga, mag-church ako. So, ginawa ko, nagbihis ako, nag-bike ako, papunta sa church. And then, after nun, after praying, grateful lang talaga ako kay Lord, pumunta ako ng, pwede mo magpanggit, 7-Eleven, nanglibre ako ng ice cream. Sabi ko, eto na. Nanlibre ako ng ice cream sa mga taga-LGU. So, ayan, mag-ice cream tayo lahat. Tapos na. Tapos, if I could
saya-saya.
Ang saya talaga. So, if I could remember, message ko din si Gianna and si Roxy kasi sila yung halos lagi ko nakakausap din. Lalo niya si Gianna kasi ang dami din niya sinishare sa akin. So, hindi, lumaban ka. Lumaban ka, Gianna. So, kinongratulate ko lang din kasi, di ba, sila yung lagi ko nakakausap. Natatouch lang din ako kasi it's like I've created a virtual friendship among the two of them also. And of course, I'm with friends with Pat. And si Eliza, kasama ko siya sa Earth Talk. So, nag-message din ako sa kanya right away kasi siya yung, nasutan ako kasi message niya din ako. So, parang, ang saya-saya lang talaga. Masayang-masaya talaga, sobra.
Ang down to earth mo talaga. Nakaka-relate lahat ng tao sa'yo, Shane.
Grabe. Thank you.
Si Eliza naman.
Oh my gosh, my reaction, there's just so many. I think I'm planning to post all like behind the scenes and all my reactions that weren't put on GMA Pot, and I'm gonna let everyone see like my family screaming, everyone coming and like hugging me Pot. And I think the first thing I did was eat because I was so busy like doing my own makeup, my own hair. I was so tired. So I was just eating and like messaging everyone, like messaging back, of course, to Ate Jane, to Gianna, to Patricia, to Roxy. They're all congratulating each other. It was insane. I had so many messages, and all my family and some of my friends, they all wanted to take photos so that they can post it. It was just an overwhelming experience. But
That's nice to hear. Iba naman ang celebration dyan sa Melbourne. Let's face it, girls. Ano kayo talaga? Talagang super benta kayo ngayon sa media because of the experience that you just went through virtually. And most of you have competed in a traditional pageant setup. So, how were your preparations like? Ano yung talagang nag-adjust kayo ng matindi? Anyone can start. Or for those lang who would like to give their answers.
I guess I'll start.
Okay, so
actually, this being my first pageant, I don't have a standard of the usual pageant setup. So it was different, but it was completely new. So doing it, I was so ready to go to Philippines. I was so ready to meet my team for hair makeup. I wanted to train, but then my flight got canceled because of the pandemic. And I was really bummed out. So I was so glad that they announced that they were going to continue virtually. But I also was so scared. I was so scared because I was thinking, oh my God, I don't have a team. I don't know what I'm gonna wear. Everything was supposed to like happen in the Philippines, and so I was so stressed out. But I guess in the end, I'm so thankful because my family is so supportive and multi-talented that they just helped me throughout the whole thing.
Oh,
Okay, it's my turn. Maraming
Shay.
adjustments. Most especially, feeling ko hindi ako telegenic. So, kailangan ko hanapin yung angles ko. And, of course, paano yung execution ng environmental advocacies ko and campaigns using the social media platforms that I have. Kasi, hindi ko alam kung maniniwala kayo lahat, pero hindi kasi ako sanay na nagpo-post every day. Parang meron lang din akong ganung, na parang gusto ko lang din minsan na sarili ko lang muna, me time. Pero this time around kasi, I felt like ito yung pinaka-effective way for me to be able to connect with the people. Most especially, naka-virtual pageant kami. So, sinet ko na sa utak ko that, okay, today, ito yung ipopost ko, the next day ito. So, parang plinan ko din lahat ng yon. Para naman din genuine lang din and sincere yung pagpo-post ko, not just for the sake of posting, dahil kailangan. And then another thing is that yung adjustment when it comes to preparing yung mga materials na kailangan namin sa pre-pageant activities, yung set ng production namin. One of the blessings nga that I've received is that I became closer with my LGU. Dito sa virtual pageant na to, mas nakilala ko sila. Ang sarap makapagtrabaho sa kanila.
Yes.
Di ba? Sobrang hindi siya yung parang formalan yung yung sharing ng ideas. Yung ideas namin, they gave me like this right na sige i-share mo kung ano naiisip mo. We will share also our ideas. Let's meet halfway. Kaya siguro nagre-radiate sa online yung energy ng mga performances and yung mga kini-carry out naming materials sa lahat ng activities na ginawa namin sa Miss Philippines Earth. So thank you sa aking ating Monan.
Kasi ako nag-clap sa atin mo. But I was saying that a lot of my preparations shifted. I did Miss World Philippines 2018 and doon talagang mostly physical yung preparations, making sure that I'm prepped and I look cleanly and of course practicing my passerella. Dito naman, na naging virtual, most of the preparations were really mental. Of course, I still worked out. That's my profession. Sometimes I would spend a whole day in the studio just trying to perfect my passerella because that's really my weakest point. But it was really, gaya ng sinabi ni Ate Shani, lagi ko siyang pinupuntahan pag gusto ko ng sumuko. So I really had to get myself mentally prepped. Na kaya ko ba to? Mapupush ko ba to? Wala akong resources. I live by myself. But I mean, I mentioned this actually during our casual interview during coronation night. That mental preparation also pushed me to pursue the pageant because I just had to remind myself of what Mandaluyong is going through, how I want to represent them, and how I want to push for my advocacies.
Well said. Grabe.
Thank
Gianna. Patricia, you're next.
Okay. Well, for me naman, I think a great part of my energies went to the logistics. Figuring out how to put together all the resources I had, especially since I was stuck in Quezon City because of the lockdown. So most of my energies really went into figuring out a way to get to a venue, actually figuring out what venue I would be using. Because there was even a funny time I did the beach wear. If you notice, I did the beach wear competition in the walkway of a condo building. So the venue was really a big challenge. And then, yeah, Gianna was right. Most of the usual training that we would do for an actual pageant actually didn't matter. The online pageants, like for example, Passerella. But of course, we had to study how our angles look like from the point of view of the camera, and then getting used. For me, as somebody who used to see pageants in the real setting, I had to readjust myself to interacting with just the camera and the photographer and the
Yes,
videographer.
yes.
So we had to
Nakita
adjust
ko
ourselves.
yun. Oo.
We really lost human connection. It was all just trying to communicate yourself through the lens. And that was a little bit difficult in the beginning. Also, I have to say that at this moment, I will say props to the local government units who really gave so much support, resources, because I remember feeling a little envious, especially of Team Matimonan. You guys are so amazing
Oy,
because
talaga.
stage. Yeah, of course. They had a stage. I remember seeing the stage in the backdrop and everything the set up, and I was just, oh my god, that is absolutely beautiful. And the people there must really love their candidate, my sister
Shane.
Shane. So I was very happy for her, and at the same time, trying to think, oh my god, I have to think of a way to at least because at that time I was just using the phone and I realized I can't continue using the phone, so really wanted to give it a good show. So I have to say that doing this virtual online pageant for the first time in history was really a big learning curve. We were hitting the ground running. We had to learn every single day, every single presentation, what were the shortcomings, how to fix it right before the final. So I have to say it was an amazing journey and it was really a one of a kind experience.
Wow.
Well, as for me, it was very challenging knowing that the judges would grade you based on your virtual performance. So you really have to think of a strategy and a way to shine on camera. So inisip ko, paano yung charm ko and personality, how am I gonna let them show that? So I did have my share of hindrances such as the other girls. I did not have my family and team here, so I was independent. Although I'm grateful because a lot of people were sending their love and help from a distance and sent me all the things that I needed. So shout out to you guys without asking anything in return. Babawi ko sa inyo. Uh, I thought that you can, wherever you are placed, virtual or not, you could still bloom beautifully where you are planted. So I thought, this is my dream, virtual or not, I'm still gonna go for it. And I had to look at it talaga as a blessing in disguise because at least, despite my lack of resources, I am still healthy to compete. So the situation, the lockdown really makes you realize to be more grateful for the little things. And I just trusted God and I trusted myself that even without a good background or not the best outfits, that I could still bring my A game through my performance.
O, di ba pinakita nyo talaga na kahit ano, traditional or virtual, napaka-flexible nyo talaga. Talagang cowgirls, talagang cowboys kayo talaga na hindi kayo uurong, talagang lalaban kayo kahit ano pang format 'yan. Kahit tumakad pa kayo sa daan para makamit yung corona, 'di ba? So how what was your alam kong virtually natin ginawa yung pageant this year. Ano yung favorite moment nyo ng competition? And anong aspect naman ng competition you found challenging the most?
Sige, I'll start po. For me, my favorite moment was really the Beauty of Face preliminaries kasi sobrang na-nervous ako doon kung ano yung magiging reaction ng mga tao na wala akong makeup just because I've been working in front of the camera for 7 years and lagi akong may makeup. So that was really, I'm sure all of the girls feel this way. That was just it was nerve wracking. You don't know how other people are going to respond, but I completely applaud Miss Philippines Earth for having that category because it shows that there are a diverse amount of definitions of Filipina beauty. So I absolutely love that. For the most challenging part naman, para sa akin, it was really resorts wear because no evening gown ko, it was just at the studio, I was using my laptop. Tapos nakita ko lahat ng girls lumalaban talaga sa background, sa camera. Sabi ko, sige, lalaban rin ako. Pumunta ako sa museum ng tita ko all the way in Antipolo. And during the rehearsal, okay naman siya. When the show started, wala akong makuwang wifi kasi ang lakas ng ulan sa Antipolo. So I messaged Ma'am Lovely na of Carousel and Ma'am Mylene. Sabi ko, feel ko po forfeit ako sa round na to. Wala talaga akong mahanap na wifi. Sabi nila, hindi mo ba pwedeng gawa ng paraan? Sabi ko, wala ako talaga. Nasa Antipolo ako. My Lola prayed the rosary like 5 times in like 20 minutes. Like, dear Lord, gawan mo ng paraan. So on my turn, it actually worked out, and it ended up being my favorite category. My favorite performance of myself. Nakikita mo, during my performance, I was just having fun because I was so happy na may Wi-Fi and nag-workout siya eventually. And I think that just showed me not just the challenges of a virtual pageant, but how great it feels as well when you succeed and you get through the humps.
Kailangan natin talaga technology, no?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, aspeto. Ang,
Which is why we would
especially
like
these
to use
are
this
like,
opportunity to appeal to the government to please take care of the internet connection of the country because we really need that, especially during times of pandemic and lockdown and quarantine. So please, 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 internet connection po.
Patricia for president. for barang, barangay kagawad. 'Di ba? Pero uh, kayong naka-experience na kayo ng virtual setup as opposed to traditional pageant format. Sa tingin niyo, saan kayo mas nahirapan mag-compete? Sa traditional pageant setup or sa virtual pageant na ginanap last Sunday?
Mas mahirap ang ano. Ay, okay lang ba? Sumagot ako. Hindi
Sige,
ba ako
anyone can
nag-experience?
answer.
Go, Ate.
Sige, anyone can answer. And anyone can answer.
Hindi ba lang ako
Go,
nag-excuse?
Shane.
Ano,
Sige, ganito. Freewheeling yung conversation. Freewheeling. Anyone can butt in. Anyone can start. Yeah.
ako, kasi sa tagal na, I think for sure si Pat din na-feel ko, sa tagal na namin nagpa-pageant, mas mahirap ang virtual ha, kasi lalo na sa akin, on my part, I felt like may pagka-performer kasi ako eh. So, mas maraming tao, mas gusto ko. Mas malaking venue, mas gusto ko. Kasi feeling ko, mas nalalabas ko yung ano ko. Pero this time around kasi, with limited space, grabe parang sabi ko, nasa ng energy, I need energy. So, kaya di ba, I've been telling this sa mga past interviews namin, nag-set up kami dito sa Bulwagang Balagtas kung saan nagre-repack ng relief goods. So, it's a win-win situation kasi I felt like yung mga nagre-repack, may entertain sila habang kami, ako, nag-rampa-rampa ako dito sa stage. Ako, at the same time, meron akong audience. So, parang nakukuha ko yung energy nila and nabibigay ko yung performance na parang pang MOA Arena. So, ganun kalakas yung imagination ko. Medyo nagpipiling ako dun sa part na yun kasi kailangan naming, mahirap kasi sa virtual pageant kasi kailangan mag-radiate yung energy mo, na kailangan ma-feel ng audience mo yung kung ano yung emotions na present sa'yo at that moment. So, kaya for me, mas mahirap ang virtual pageant compared sa traditional pageant.
I have to agree with
Kasi
Jane.
hindi ka sanay.
Yes, doon ako sanay.
Oo.
I have to agree po
Yes,
with Jane.
Patricia.
I 100% agree with Shane. It is actually much harder to do this virtual pageant because, pero for me siguro primarily because of the unknown variable. Because ang dami kasing hindi mo sigurado eh. Ang daming, so how does this go? In fact, people were even asking me, oh, paano, are you sure that it's going to be as smooth as you think it would go? Because as mentioned earlier by Jana, that the internet is going to be one of the biggest problems. The technology also, they're also questioning us. But how about your production team? Because all the girls are
Yes, napansin ko
they have
yan.
their own production
Oo.
team, and that is one of the biggest problems because, well, of course, I'm thinking about myself, but I'm also thinking about the other candidates. In fact, whenever I see the presentations and I look at the candidates, and some of them were still using the phone, I felt actually pretty bad because I felt that in an actual pageant, everybody would have the same background, everybody would have the same production people, and it would be at least uh, more on a level playing field. So I guess for me, the virtual pageant also has the challenge of making it an equal playing field for all the sort of different contestants involved. And for us women, the challenge was to keep being positive despite all the different unknowns. And maybe sometimes you might feel unfairness, but we just have to keep pushing forward because no matter what happens, if it's for you, it's for you.
Amen. Amen to that, Patricia. Diba? Yeah. Roxy, you may add? Do you want to add?
Yes.
Uh,
Well, I agree. Mas challenging yung virtual pageant because at least pag in person, if you see the judges physically, madadaan sila sa sweetness and charm mo. So I think
oo.
hindi ko masyadong nagawa yun. And the other girls would agree, hindi nga sila last year siya, nag-judge ako. And ngayon, ako, isa ako sa natatabi lang ng no work, no pay. So nahihirapan talaga ako doon. And of course, not all people has access to good internet connection and lighting. So
Yes.
sometimes there are moments na nakakaisip ako, fair ba talaga? If I win, would it be fair for the other girls who did not have any good background or good lighting? But at the end, I come to learn na I think the judges are wise enough to judge you not only based on your good background or good lighting. I think it's more of the performance talaga. So, okay naman siya. And I think yung benefit lang, ang benefit, I mean, for the virtual pageant is at least, this is so funny, at least hindi kami magtatabi-tabi ng mga girls. Hindi mapapansin yung mali. So, yun.
You're
Inis ko
so
gusto
real.
mag-ano na. Inis ko mag-ano na. Kapag magliliyahan na. So, yun feeling ko yung advantage. Pero overall, I would like it more if live siya. In person.
Nako,
Talaga.
girls, nako, during this, ngayong rain nyo, dapat isulong nyo talaga yung internet connectivity na yan sa camera. Gamitin niyo yung platform na yan. Lalo na kung magpapatuloy talaga yung ganitong setup in the years to come. 'Di ba? Sa mga politicians natin. But having said this, alam niyo nung tinawag kayo sa top 5, hindi na ako nagulat eh. Kasi talagang alam na namin na parang medyo angat kayo talaga compared to the rest. Because probably of your pageant experiences, yung showmanship ninyo, hindi na kami nagulat. Pero sa inyo, sa inyong mga palagay, what do you think set you apart from the rest of the girls who joined this year? Anyone could answer. Doesn't have to be all.
I think I'll go first. So, I think kilala mo kasi ako, Adam, di ba? For the
Yeah.
past discussion journey. I think one of the
Oo.
things really sets me apart is how different I seem to be from the past times that I joined. Because, aminin ko na, naging pagkamanang kasi ako minsan. And Shane knows it. Shane knows this. He knows me, I'm an introvert. I'm not so active on social media. I'm
Ay, hindi
really manang and I'm so academic. So, that's
social butterfly ka kaya.
kaya nga, di ba? I minsan I have to admit that I have those moments that I really just want to be alone because I grew up like that. I like being alone. I like being caged within my thoughts. Wow, ang drama. Pero yun nga,
Oo.
during this competition, I promised myself that I will open up my life, my heart, and my soul to the people so that so that I would reach them too. So I think that was one of the edges or maybe what people like about me because I had a different I presented a different side of me and I think people appreciated that. In fact, a lot of people did message me and let me know how much they appreciate the new me transformation. So I'm very happy about that. And I guess also the experiences I've had, both in my academic career and my pageant career. So it's something that also filled me with a lot of perspective. And it also filled me with, the capacity to communicate very well. So I think those are the things that really made the mark for me.
Patricia 2.0 indeed. Diba? What about, anyone can add? Anyone may share her experience? Ano yung naging edge nila sa tingin nila? Kahit isa. Anyone from you four?
Okay, me, can I answer?
Yes, yes. Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
Ako, I'm really such a people person. I really love people. And parang, sabi nga sa ng mga tao sa paligid ko, para akong may magnet sa tao. Mahilig ako makipag-usap. Minsan nga, kahit makakasabay ko lang sa, kunyari magbabayad lang ako ng kuryente. yung nakakatabi ko, nakakwentuhan ko na about talambuhay niya. So, maybe in-embrace ko lalo yon dito sa pageant na to, lalo na kasi virtual pageant kami. So, hindi na ako nag-resist doon sa idea na, yeah, I really love to be with people. So, I really just embraced that idea. So, nag-radiate nga siya kahit virtual pageant kami. And mas kaya siguro grateful ako, mas lumaki yung support na hindi ko ini-expect talaga at all. I was not expecting na lalaki siya ng ganito, na sobrang grateful lang ako na kailangan pala, hindi mo talaga i-resist kung saan ka, sa tingin mo yun yung strength mo. Like, if you are a people person, embrace it. Just, kasi yung pagiging people person ko, naipasok ko yun sa lahat ng activities na ginagawa ko. Like, yung eco-video, hindi ko lang siya ginawa na out of just to present what Atimonan is, pero nilagyan ng puso. Ano ba yung nagugustuhan ng mga tao? Para sa tao yung ginagawa mo. Kaya siguro lahat ng ginagawa ko is parang na-touch yung mga tao sa paligid. Siguro yung magiging proof na lang nun is yung sinasabi nila sa'yo, like nagme-message sila everyday on how you have affect them in your own little ways that you'd never expected na ma-affect sila. So, ayan, yung pagiging people person, din sila Gianna, sila Roxy. Feeling close ako ng onte.
I want to add to that. I think all of us
talaga kayo.
I think all of us girls can agree that if there was a Miss Friendship this pageant, we would still vote for Ate Shane.
Yeah.
I told her this, like, I watched her in Binibining. I super looked up to her. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, whenever she talked to me, na-starstruck ako ng una. Tapos kalog pala siya. So, super till now, honorary Miss Friendship Award. But to answer your question, Adam, for me, honestly, I didn't know what set me apart from the other girls, the whole pageant. And that's the reason why I feel like I was so destroyed in the beginning parts, because I was like, I want to stand out, but hindi ako na-notice. I want people to notice me. And I was looking for that characteristic that will set me apart. And I realized it's when my mentors told me, G, masyado kang kigil, mag-relax ka lang, just breathe. And that's when people really started to see my personality, because I wasn't putting up this facade of, oh, I'm queenly, I want to stand out, I have to be unique. So for anyone that is joining a pageant in the future, I think that's really my biggest lesson. If you want to stand out, you just have to be yourself and relax. Huwag kang gigil na, I want them to notice me, I want to be the best. You just have to give whatever you have.
Yeah. I agree with that, Gianna. Pero alam nyo, almost all of you had pageant experiences before. Now, I'm curious to ask, given a different setup this year, what kept you going? What kept you guys going? Ang daming challenges coming your way Technology, 'di ba? May pandemic. But ano yung nag-aano sa inyo? Coming from what Gianna has just said, ano yung talaga nagtutulak sa inyo? What motivated you to push harder even at this time? Anyone can answer. One or two girls.
Okay.
Yes, go Roxy.
Roxy.
Well, for me, I am not a quitter. It's true, same as the other girls, I was discouraged. I was at the edge. I wanted to give up. Then I realized I'm not a quitter. And would it look okay if you backed out? And I don't think it's a good impression. Because if you want something, you would really do whatever it is in your power to make it come true. So despite this and despite that, all the reasons, all the doubts, all the bashing in your head, it still depends on you. If you want it, go for it. If you don't, then don't. So that's why I push through with all my heart.
Great mindset. I love that. I like that. Really awesome. What about you, Eliza? What kept you going? Lalo na sa Australia, ang layo-layo mo.
No, so like Roxy said, a lot of, like, including me and the other girls, I think there was a point where everyone felt like giving up. But for me, what pushed me was maybe my family, because they were so supportive. I felt like I needed to push through because they believed in me so much that I just didn't want to disappoint them. And I'm so glad that they supported me, because now we're here and I'm with my fellow queens. It's just unbelievable stuff.
Dream come true, no, Eliza? Eto naman girls, pipili lang ako ng konti. Pipili lang ako, susundot lang ako. Alam ko naman na gusto niyo lahat kayo had it takes to win to be Janelle T's successor. Pero naisip niyo ba nung at the back of your mind nung mga nasa top 5 na kayo, nung tinetape niyo na yung show, parang sige, kung sakaling kung ako naman yung hindi kung hindi ako pala rin manalo, I want this girl to win during the top 5. At kung may naisip pa kayong moment na yon. Tapos kung may naisip kayo, sino yung gusto nyo kung hindi ako siya yung mananalo? May ganun kayo? May ganun kayong moment during the top 5 or
I'll answer po.
Eliza?
Yeah.
Sige,
So
anyone. Yeah.
actually throughout the whole competition, I actually like stalked everyone. Like when I first like got into the group chat and I saw all the names, and then like as the competition kept going, honestly, the four girls, your four queens, si Patricia Paul, si Roxy, Gianna, and Shane, they were always like I was like they're gonna be in the top. Like I don't know what I'm doing. Like I was so surprised that I made it top 5 spot. And throughout the whole thing, every time hot picks, it was like I just always like, nah, that's my 5. I was so sure of it, and I think I don't know, it's just so equal. Sorry, but it's just overwhelming. And I think though I was stuck between Ate Shane po and si Patricia. So yeah,
Mhm.
I was really, but all four of them, I was not surprised at all when they were called to be top 5 po.
Great
Thank you.
Um,
answer.
Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty, Eliza. Yeah. I would if I were in your shoes, I would also feel the same thing. You know, being up against pageant veterans talaga. Whoa, parang I would be so honored to be even just be, half of what they have achieved in their pageant career, diba?
Wow.
Anyone can answer. Who's next? Just one more. Wala, no? Competitive
Si
lahat sila.
Patricia at Raz.
Ako
Si
po.
Patricia.
Well, for me, this is going to be a
Okay.
little biased. Biased to. Biased na kung biased. Pero if it wasn't me, I actually prayed to God na, oh my God, ayoko umiyak. I prayed to God na if it wasn't meant for me, I really prayed so hard na I really wanted to see Shane uh, be crowned as Miss Philippines Earth 2020 because as the competition was going on, I really admired everything she was doing. Pera bola, pera biro. We're friends, Shane, pero I want you to know I mean every word. I admire everything you've done. Yung puso mo, lagi nagsa-shine through sa every performance. I've always admired how you really share yourself to the people. And I've always admired the effort you put into it. Like 100%, wala talagang kulang. Minsan 150% pa. So if there was somebody na I felt that would have this honor other than me, it would always be you. It's because I've loved you as a friend far, far before pa. So, yun girls, bias lang talaga ako. So, change.
Ah, naku, baka magkaiyakan na tayo lahat dito.
Birthday ko ba?
May patribute kami sa'yo, Shane.
Thank you, Pat.
Gagawa kami ng Shane Tormes Day. But you know what? I'm curious, guys. Ako lang kasi I'm always curious. I'm sure a lot of viewers would also be interested to know, is winning Miss Earth really your ultimate dream talaga in your respective pageant careers? Kasi almost all of you had pageant experiences eh. Or kung yes, what is it about Miss Earth that really attracted you to join this year? Roxy, can we start with Roxy?
I guess what really attracted me is because my mom is an environmentalist, and I'm already
Ah,
familiar with environmental responsibility as young as the age of 6. So I thought that if I join the pageant, it should be something that I'm already fully aware about and yung praktisado na. So I really pushed it. Just in case, or actually, Tito Roger from my K Familia told me, join me na lang. And I was like, no, gusto talaga my heart is for the earth, and I really wanted to make my eco queen proud, so my mommy. So I have no regrets. I love this beautiful for a cause of Miss Philippines Earth. It is an advocacy driven pageant, and I would not choose any other sash and crown to wear better than Miss Philippines Earth.
Ang galing-galing talaga ni Patricia.
Me, um, I have to admit that I really wanted to win Miss Philippines or 2020 for a long time now because people always would like strike conversation with me and tell me, you really should join Miss Earth because we see the different qualities that will make you a great fit for the crown. And as as I as I researched about the competition, as I checked out the values, as I checked out past winners and what they've done for our country, I really felt that this is what I wanted. Uh the job or the role I wanted to be or to have because I felt like it really personified what I believed in, that beauty pageant is about empowerment and beauty pageant is about helping your community become a better version of itself. And it was really the platform where you could do all of that. And so that is why I really respect and I really love the organization, and I am so proud to be one of its elemental team.
Miss Lorenis will be truly proud of you.
Yes, I think
Yes,
she's
Diana.
watching right now. So hi, Tita
Hi,
Lorraine.
hi, Miss Lorraine. Yet again, you've chosen another set of beautiful and inspiring ladies to represent your organization. Galing. And Gianna is also another example of that.
Oh,
As you
thank
as you
you.
were saying, Gianna.
Oh, yes. Even when I joined my very first pageant, so this is my third. I'm still not that experienced, still have so much to learn in pageantry. I'm a late bloomer. I joined when I was 23. Now I'm 25. Even when I first joined my very first pageant, I knew that someday I would join Miss Philippines Earth. I have been following them ever since I was a child, even when I lived in Canada, because my cousin posted a photo with the queens dahil sa isang school tour, nakipag-picture siya. And after that, I was just so invested in it. And one thing I always admired about Miss Philippines Earth is that they really challenged their delegates to go beyond their physical beauty, or I guess the expectations of them, and push with their advocacies, push with their messages, even do the unglamorous tasks to help out both humanity and the environment. So that's when I knew na I wanted to be a part of this. I've always been a very outspoken person about my thoughts, about my opinions, and I felt like Miss Philippines Earth was a great platform to express that.
Great answer. I love that, Gianna. It's all
Thank you.
about the platform.
Oh,
Shane.
hi, Tita Lorraine. Good afternoon po. Um, Adam, you know naman I've joined Miss Philippines for 2017, and
What?
it's actually a way for me to have a better understanding about the environment. So right after my journey, hindi ako nanalo noon. Right after that journey, sobra ako naging fond lalo ng pagta-travel with nature-based experience. So yun, mas nag-deepen yung understanding ko about environment. It's a calling eh. The circle, it comes into full circle of realization the start of this year. Sabi ko, I think kailangan kong bumalik kasi alam kong may magagawa ako eh. And I don't want to put the influence that I have right now into waste. If it could be of help, for the last time, I wanted to try it. And it's an ultimate goal sana and a dream to be representing the Philippines in Miss Earth. So I would be very happy to be of help with Carousel Productions, with Miss Philippines Earth. Lalo na, I have a very strong support system from the LGU, and they have a lot of plans. So I wanted to be of help sa kanila on how it could be executed. Sana ma-adopt din ng ibang municipalities around the Philippines who is also would want it to be known and to be recognized around the country. So I am putting myself right now in the center of which meaning making, we're in doing something and leading the way and helping the Carousel Productions, our society, when it comes to environmental protection. So I'm very much happy that I have been part of the top 5 and I have 1 year of reign to maximize this influence and to maximize the crown they've given me para makaabot ako into larger scale of audience at may parating sa kanila yung environmental campaigns na nasimulan na namin.
Great answer,
For
Shay.
me,
Yeah, Eliza.
so for me, I honestly, all I was expecting from my first pageant was experience, like doing my best, especially like finding out that I was up against all these past like beauty pageant people. They're so good, they're so well trained, and I was just saying to myself, just be happy like that. I was qualified to represent Melbourne, Australia, and I was just happy enough to experience the whole thing. And so when I wasn't expecting much from it, I just really wasn't, and so I got more than what I bargained for, I guess. And so
Oh,
I just hope that with my reign that I'm able to do this justice, because I know that I'm representing the Filipino community of Melbourne, but I really, really hope that I'm able to do my part for the Philippines.
mm, you know what, girls? I really love the fact that how you are stressing Miss Earth's platform in your respective environmental advocacies. Now, I would like to ask your respective environmental advocacies, and how do you plan to go about it now that you are a newly crowned Miss Earth Philippines title holder? Anyone can answer.
I'll go for.
Sige, sige. All right.
Like I was saying before, I want to do my title justice because now I'm representing the whole Philippines. So I actually plan on trying to collaborate with all the other eco angels. I want to, I want them to use my platform as well to continue their advocacies, because I'm still here in Melbourne, but I still want to make a difference in the Philippines. So I'm still writing up like a proposal for Ma'am Lorraine po, and I'm hoping she will approve of it so that I can work with the other eco angels.
Oh, you're giving back. I love it. Who's next?
For me po, I do want to continue my advocacy of natural disaster risk education. So I delivered talks to various public schools around Mandaluyong in collaboration with Department of Education. And I've already been speaking to them and my local government on how we can digitize the natural disaster know-hows talks to make it more accessible to young Filipinos across the entire country. And I during the quarantine, I was also working with Protect the Frontline to deliver meals to various hospitals around Mandaluyong and Quezon City. Actually, a few of my fellow Eco Angel sisters saw my post as well, and they told me that they also contacted Protect the Frontline and was able to deliver meals to frontliners in hospitals in their cities too. So I want to continue to expand that just because that NGO is near and dear to my heart. And today was actually my very first action as a queen now with a crown. I worked with Pantawid COVID Project this morning to deliver meals to marginalized communities, to deliver relief goods to them. And yeah, I think it's so eye-opening. It's so great now that now I have this platform to really expand that. Roxy and I were talking about providing meals to marginalized communities in Mandaluyong, and something she's passionate about is those who are stranded near the airport. So we've been working on that too. And as Miss Philippines Water, I always go to the beach. Like 50% of the time, I'm at the beach off my phone and just enjoying the waters. So I've been talking about coastal communities as well, about finding educational programs for indigenous communities, coastal cleanups, and how to educate people more on preserving marine biodiversity.
Wow, impressive. Wala
Okay,
na,
me.
pack up na, uwi. Shane.
Okay, my environmental advocacy is sustainable ecotourism. Actually, yesterday, tapos na kami mag-shoot kasi I have an online magazine talk show. It's called Eco Angels Unite. So, we are on like sixth episode already. So, anytime this week, i-up na namin yon. Meron kaming ginawang parang tour sa isang farm dito sa Quezon Province. Don't worry guys, kasi social distancing, may face mask kami and all. So, one of the things that I really wanted to do sa aking reign is to continue with that online talk show na ginawa namin. So, ito naman is on a larger scale. So, we are now parang planning to feature naman the Quezon Province, hopefully. So, since it's sustainable ecotourism, hopefully, ma-feature namin sa inyo, hindi lang ma-introduce yung mga eco-angels, real-life eco-angels, but as well as to introduce to you as well some of the amazing eco-tourist destinations sa Pilipinas. So, para naman, di ba, as we enter the new normal and may vaccine na at ready na tayong lahat mag-beach at mag-island hopping, mag-nature-based travel, meron na kayong naka-instill sa inyo mga bucket list na mga plano nyong puntahan. And of course, with the responsibility on mind na kailangan natin maging responsible traveler. So, actually, sila Nestler, yung tourism officer, is one of those people who is helping us. So, I'm very much happy to move forward with the 20% na nasimulan namin with this year. So, continuous lang ang gagawin namin. And sana, pwede ba, i-invite ko na yung mga sisters ko na sana makapag-guest kayo sa show ko.
Oo naman.
Oo naman.
Sana naman.
Oo naman eh.
Ma-intimate niyo ako. Actually, I wanted to invite sana din mga pageant correspondents at dadalhin namin kayo sa iba't ibang tourist destinations dito. But of course, ipapalo pa rin natin yung mga guidelines at i-feature lang din natin kasi digital is the way to move forward right now. So let's maximize the use of our social media platforms to spread facts and positivity sa mga tao while we are still waiting for the vaccine to come.
Grabe, may plano ka na kaagad. Ika mo
Yes.
na, don't
Nakaalam.
destroy don't destroy what you came to enjoy.
Oh my God,
Di ba?
nakakatuwa. Thank you, Adam.
Yes, who's
As
next?
for
But
me po,
Roxy. Apa, Roxy.
well, as for me po, my environmental advocacy is urban gardening. So, I really wanted to focus more on urban agriculture to make it more timely during this, since nasa pandemic tayo, and there is a shortage of food supply. So, it is important and it is good that with the platform I am given, it could pave a way to a more inclusive reach. I could open more eyes to the benefits of urban agriculture, planting and harvesting your own food at home, so you would feel that sense of security. So since my advocacy is connected to food security, I am working with Zero Hunger Philippines. It is an organization I have been helping out. It was organized by young individuals who feed adversely affected families here in the Philippines. Also, I did have a pasta for a cause because same as Ate Shane, I learned to cook, so I really wanted to show my passion for cooking now by giving back to my neighbors in need here in the metro. So if someone buys, the proceeds will go to making pasta also for my neighbors in need here in the metro. And also since I'm very fond of fur babies, I'm very proud to say I have an Instagram page.
Straight from the heart.
Yes. Yes. And I feed strays and pets in need during this pandemic because it is harder for them to access food now more than ever. And sana i-support nyo yun. And I really want to send the message that all lives matter, mostly during this pandemic. And I'm happy because I hope to collaborate with my sisters and me and Ate Jana already started talking about our plans. So I'm so excited. It's gonna be a long year and this is just the start.
Can't wait, Roxy. Patricia.
And for me naman, I really started what I call the Be Better initiative, which is my environmental advocacy, which is to present to people the different steps that they could do in order to reduce their carbon footprint. Especially now that as we move into the new normal, we must never forget that as we try to focus on the needs of the people, we must also focus on the needs of the environment. And under this Be Better initiative, the 6 action points, I think you guys have heard it enough times. It's ban single-use plastics, encourage backyard gardening, teach the value of sanitation and hygiene, transition to sustainable transportation and renewable energy, encourage environmental education, and last but not the least is request our local and national leaders to prioritize environmental progress as we move forward into what I want to call a better normal. So these initiative is I kind of plan to present it to the people through an online show which I call the Be Better Show, and we're actually talking about already how to get it all together, and we're planning to invite a lot of the different non-government organizations because if you would notice it's interdisciplinary and daming iba-ibang organizations and concepts involved, even different government agencies involved. So we will be inviting different government agencies to come and join us and really weigh in on how things are going. And also, since I have a background with Congress and Senate, I wanted to be able to help in pushing for environmental policies that the country really needs right now, which is number one, of course, what I said earlier, the national ban on single-use plastic. And of course, we're also trying to focus on things that affect the air. 'Cause I'm the air queen, and I wanted to focus on renewable energy, sustainable transportation, and even the recent issue about the biking community, the rights of our biking community, and of course the issue about the modernization of GP because it's a huge pollution issue. And of course, since I have a law background, I also plan to at least weigh in on the issue of climate activism because of the newly passed anti-terrorism bill. So these are a lot of things I know, but I really hope that as we move forward, we talk to people, they will really be interested. And I'm willing to put on the line a lot of different friendships and connections I've grown over the years for this. So I'm very happy and very excited to move forward.
Wow, wow. Just listening at your answers, how do you feel that how do you feel that there is such a connection between the environment and the quality of life? Lalo na at this time of pandemic, no? What do you think is the connection between our environment and the quality of life that we have? Just anyone can answer off the top of your head. Kahit one lang or two. Patricia
So
and
actually,
Gianna. Yeah.
well, actually, I've been thinking about it actually for the past few months. We've been on lockdown, and I realized this saying perfectly fits it. A woman is a reflection of her man. Of her man. The woman in this situation is the earth, and the man in our situation is human being. Our earth is a reflection of human beings. If human beings actually paid particular attention to the situation in our localities, in our environment, then maybe our environment wouldn't be in this state, and the symbiotic relationship between man and woman will not be uh, as hanging in the balance as it is right now. So I really feel that it's a symbiotic relationship. We are two sides of the same coin, and our environment is really a reflection of who we are as people. So for me, the quality of life that we have right now is what we deserve because this is what we have been working towards through our actions, through our abuse, maybe, and our ignorance of everything that has been going on in our environment. So that for me is why it's very important to invite people to realize the consequences of their actions.
Amen. Yeah. True, Patricia. mm, you really make sense. Yeah. I get it. I get your answer. What about you, Gianna?
Well, I've always been very risque in expressing my thoughts, and I feel like I need to state this now because it's important as well. I watched a Netflix movie recently just showing the difficulties that the marginalized communities here in the Philippines are going through. So we have to remember 70% of our country still they receive minimum wage. Lalo na ngayon with the pandemic, most of them receive nothing. So when we think about it that way, these people in the marginalized communities cannot afford a sustainable lifestyle. It is so easy to say, go green, live sustainably, but they don't have the access to it because they're just thinking about putting food on the table for their families. So that's why I think we as Miss Philippines Earth Queens, we also need to use this platform to talk to our leaders, to talk to the middle and high class societies and what they can do to help out the marginalized communities to make a sustainable lifestyle more accessible. Kasi dito talaga sa Pilipinas, mas mahirap to go green, and I don't know why, maybe because just because we don't have as much access to it, so it's really up to us. Like today, I was delivering goods to I was distributing relief goods through Pantawid COVID project, and the organizer said, ang hirap-hirap makahanap ng eco bags to distribute the goods in, and if ever, mahal sila. And if you don't have the funds to get those eco bags, ano gagawin mo? Of course, you would opt for plastic. So I think we need to open the eyes more of our leaders, of businesses, and if you have the influence as well, to use that to make a sustainable lifestyle more accessible for the marginalized communities.
You're relating it to your advocacy.
Yes.
Yeah. And last but not the least, Shane. Personal. Yeah, you make it personal. I love that. Shane.
Can I answer po?
Yeah, sige, Roxanne. Si Shane, parang di niya alam walang
Can you hear me?
volume. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can hear you, Roxanne.
Okay na. Okay po.
Okay.
Siguro I'll be in the middle of what Ate Jana said and Ate Patricia. Kasi it's true, to live a sustainable life, it's more of about not fully banning yourself from buying certain things, but buying the best choice. So only what is most available. That is living a sustainable life, considering the limited resources we have here in the Philippines. It's really hard to be 100% 100% sustainable. Although by 2050, it is said that humanity could crumble if we do not live a sustainable life now. So to avoid what is happening, such as the pandemic, is a product of us abusing our environment. So the detrimental effects and the imbalances is mostly because of human action, such as Ate Patricia said. So I hope we will do the best way we can in the resources that we have to stop the detrimental effects that is happening and live a sustainable life the best way we know how. Did you understand what I said?
Yeah.
Lucky ba ako?
It's all about sustainability. Yeah, lalo na if you relate it to your advocacy, which is about food security, right? Yeah. I also get your answer. Ano yun? Shane, you were about to say something.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
finally.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Nalupot yung lapel. I have to change. Okay. I said a while ago that everything is connected to everything else. So we are already in the critical times wherein we have to make choices of our lifestyle, ang ating attitude. So I hope, I've always been saying this, that this is a restart button for every one of us to rethink about our actions and develop a better approach, not just towards each other, but towards the environment. We have to understand that the health of the environment goes together with the health of the people. So I hope that this time around, we will be choosing the right things. I know that we fear change because we are already comfortable of doing the things that we're doing right now. But I hope that this will be an eye-opener for every one of us, that there are a lot of alternatives around us. And I'm very much happy actually because Miss Philippines Earth paved way on my environmental campaigns, and I've been always sharing this through my online talk show, which is the Eco Angels Unite, because we're helping already the people of, understanding and having the choices through the show. Kasi we're showing and picturing different types of ways on how can they live sustainably. So we are already showing to them, and I hope that it will motivate them to continue the amazing changes happening around us. Kaya naman natin eh. Kaya naman natin. Just the small part that we're doing is already a start. So if you wanted to live a few more years, I've always been saying that Start doing it now and save the environment.
Amen. Brava, Shane. Okay, last few questions, girls. Last few questions before we wrap this up.
Parang
I want to
ako.
go back.
Parang
Oo.
kinakabahan
Parang,
ako.
no. This is just easy. Considering your given your unique experience here in Miss Earth Philippines, the virtual setup, and given that your agenda and advocacies right now, how do you feel that you are leaving such a legacy in terms of having this virtual format and protecting the environment? Pandemic, virtual pageant. So anyone can start.
I guess it's
Advocacies.
a couple. Actually, I had to practice a lot. Like my answer for what I would say is like about being given this platform, being given this opportunity. And growing up, I always wanted to be those people that you saw making such a positive difference to the world. But growing up as like an everyday normal person, I realized that the only thing that I could do was little things in my own way. So to be named Miss Ecotourism and to actually be given the ability and the platform to make a difference, it's so surreal. And I do not want to waste this opportunity. I am looking forward to actually making that difference that I've always wanted to do since I was little.
We're very much happy to be the first virtual queens of our country, the Philippines. So it just gives us so much light and hope to be able to move forward with our environmental campaigns and what we all have started. I've always been saying this, that digital is the way to move forward. And we are going to maximize the social media platforms that we have to be able to send hope, motivate everyone that, every one of us can be an eco angel. Not just the 33 eco angels this year's Miss Philippines Earth. Being an eco angel is already innate in every one of us. It's just a matter of cultivating that concern to be able to have this eco angel to fly high. So I'm hoping legacy, the virtual pageant that Miss Philippines Earth started will be continued. And I hope that people around us will be able to bring out the eco angels in the 2021.
Hmm. Gianna.
Well, I've been saying this with every opportunity that I have. I don't think that only us five should be recognized as queens. It's really all 33 eco angels and what we went through the past 6 months because it was definitely not easy. But what really drove us was the message that we wanted to convey. And knowing that that message is so important that we convey it right now with this pandemic. I hope the virtual pageant serves as an eye opener that you don't even have to be in a pageant to make a difference right now. And that sounds so cliche, but I hope that our actions just serve as a testament that you can take action too, whether it's in the comforts of your own home, within your community, within your country, that you are capable. I mean, Miss Philippines Earth Carousel Productions made this virtual pageant possible. Us ladies made it possible because we wanted it. We wanted to make a change. And I hope that's a lesson that everybody can kind of ignite it as well.
Well, for me, I hope that this journey, this distinction, will inspire others. And I hope that at the end of the day, this will be uh, treated as a challenge. This is actually a challenge to everybody who has witnessed our journey in this online pageant. It is a challenge because you can see that if you really want to do something, if you are really fighting for a very great purpose, something larger than who you are, then you will find the way. You will make changes and you will do everything in your power to achieve it. And so, in the same line of thought, I would like to challenge each and every one of you to become better caretakers of our planet. This everything that has been happening in the past few months, this pandemic, all of this happened because people have ignored the consequences of their actions, and they could still continue to do what they think is the convenient thing or what they think is the normal thing. And so, as we move forward into what we call a new normal, I hope that we will realize that now is the perfect time to challenge ourselves, to be better, to be more than who we are in the past. Because if we really value something, we will do what is needed. And so I hope that you will come to realize that as Miss Philippines Earth and the queens themselves will tell you our earth, our environment is the most important piece of our home. And so we must challenge ourselves to save it.
Well, as for me, an eco angel is normally seen as us candidates or some supernatural being that protects Mother Earth. But what many do not know is they could all be one. So I'm very happy with my platform. I could give self realization to other people that you can be an eco queen or king in your own ways. And I really want to focus their also consider urban agriculture at their own homes. And to everyone watching, it's good. It's a perfect time to plant now that we have more time. It seems challenging at first. I don't know, you don't know the do's or don'ts, but if you start it, I promise you, I assure you, you would enjoy it because it does not. There are so many benefits. It does not only give the environment generally safer place to live in. It does not only provide you with food security, but it also strengthens your mental health. So there are so much benefits of urban gardening and urban agriculture, and I hope you guys would consider that. Having a green thumb, as I said in my question and answer, a green life is always a better life.
Hooray! Hooray! I'm so pleased that talaga you are sharing your God-given talent and skills in this foray, in your latest foray in pageantry. I really like that how you are really taking it into heart. So I wanna ask, ito na lang, super light questions. Like, you are also beautiful, well-spoken, super articulate. Do you guys have plans of joining showbiz, sharing your talent in showbiz in the near future?
Well, I'm gonna start because I think it's pretty obvious. Well, alagad talaga ako ng sining. I've been very fond of acting and theater art, so I do consider pursuing show business after, and I'm happy now with the Miss Philippines Earth Sash. It is with me forever, and even if I have already turned over my crown, I still have that platform forever that I could carry with me to my show business with this show business industry. So at least my advocacy is now forever.
Cornerstone ka artist ka pala, no, Roxy. Ngayon ko lang na-research ko. You're part of the pool of talents of
Yes.
Cornerstone artists. That's nice. Si Shane, ano ba? May balak ba mag-showbiz?
Yes.
Kumakanta eh. You make me feel like a natural woman. Ay,
Rolling
walang
like
lapel. Like, yeah, I think walang lapel.
Ulit? Wait lang.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Yeah. Oo. Oo.
isa muna.
Ikaw. Okay. Anyone here who's
Can you hear me now? Sorry, can
apart
you hear
from
me now?
yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you.
Tiyak yung lapel. Okay. Actually,
ay nawala ako.
wala ulit?
Yung message.
Sorry, sige, si Eliza muna.
Sir Adam,
Oh,
Si Eliza.
okay.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's something that comes my way. I'm willing to try it out because my uncle has been pushing for it for a really long time. So if offers come, I'll be more happy than to give it a go, po.
Oh, okay. Patricia.
I'm kind of drama queen, so
Pwede. So pwede.
pwede. I mean, one of the things I really liked about my favorite segment was the talent competition because it really gave me an excuse to act a little bit because I did the declamation routine, and if ever actually, I've always joked to my mom, wala man, mag-artista na lang ako, wag na tayo mag-bar exam. And she's always like, no. But
No.
I'm kind of very academic. But given the chance, since I don't have an angelic voice like Shane's, and minsan I don't really know if I can dance. But if there's one thing I want to do if given the chance to do showbiz, that's really acting.
Yeah, to release your emotions, no? Pent-up emotions. Diba? Dahil sa mga pinagdaanan mo sa buhay, diba? That's nice. That's a nice outlet. Oh, finally, kay Shane, before we wrap this up.
Narinig niyo na ako? Can you hear me
Yes,
now?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Gusto ko talaga maging celebrity host. Gusto ko maging Tony Gonzaga. Kasi talaga nasa harap ng maraming tao, entertain them. So sa singing naman, Diyos ko, kakasibula ko lang ata. Kakatalent ko ata to eh. So actually yung Tina Turner and yung Natural Woman, first time kong kantahin niya sa harap ng maraming tao. So I'm not sure kung nagbabalidate na yun para maging professional singer ako. So let's see what will happen. But for now, I would really love to become a host. Sa hosting pa din ako magpo-focus.
Okay. Before we wrap this up, may nagpapatanong lang dito. Did you guys leave your respective boyfriends prior to joining Miss Earth Philippines this year? Are you all single or taken? Ay, lahat quiet. Biglang quiet. Naging quiet lahat sila.
Good, Gianna.
Shout out to Pat X kasi she always mentions her boyfriend. The pressure tuloy ako. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't mentioned my boyfriend yet in any interview. But I always say that, you know, this crown, this title is perfect for me, not just because I'm always at the beach, but because I met my boyfriend at the beach 3 years ago. And ever since then, we've been trying to go every other month. A few months after we met at the beach, we worked together in sports. We have a pretty public relationship because we're in Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, which is one of the biggest sports leagues in the country. He is a basketball player. I'm a courtside reporter there, so you can find some interviews online where I was interviewing him during games. He's here right now. Sabi ko tahimik siya. But also, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the pageant blogs. After they announced the winners, they posted about my boyfriend Ryan, saying like, this is Miss Philippines Water's attractive boyfriend. Like, biglang nakuha niya yung attention. And I also want to thank all of buti na lang na ano siya, basketball player, professional basketball player siya. Dahil yung mga fans niya ang sumuporta sa akin during my Miss Philippines Earth journey. So, sa fan base niya ako humugot ng supporters.
O, diba? Mapa-love life o pageantry, water ka talaga. Beach. Ngayon, water title. Beach wedding na yan, for sure. Diba? Yun lang. Or anyone else who wants to look about their love life kuno, kung meron man.
I think
Wala.
this pageant. Oh.
Yeah, go.
Sorry. So for me, the pageant didn't cause me to like drop anyone, but I think it like brought me someone who's very supportive. Like it started like even in the competition to become the representative of Melbourne, Australia. He's been with me throughout the whole thing. He helped me design my dresses. He's just been my driver as well, especially during this quarantine and lockdown, trying to get all the things that I need. So yeah, I think this pageant helped me find someone for.
Oy, MU.
Oy. Pakilala mo naman. Si Patricia, for sure. Si Patricia, single or taken?
Hindi, para hindi boring. Ano na lang. I claim my right against self-incrimination. Char, hindi. May jowa ako. May boyfriend. I have a boyfriend.
O, diba? 'Diba? 'Diba?
Supportive.
Parang ano lang, gusto lang Patricia is keeping us all guessing. Gusto yung magpaka-mysterious, 'di ba? Private daw ang love life. All right. Si
Oh, but I do
Roxy.
have a boyfriend, yeah. Baka pagalitan ako eh. Baka, feeling ko nanonood eh. Kasi lagi siyang nanonood for all our lives. And he's been very supportive.
Ah.
In fact, I'd like to take the time to give a shout out to Carlos. Hi, Baba. And thank you so much for being so supportive. I will see you on the 14th. You know, we haven't seen each other for the past 4 months now. And I will be seeing him for the first time for his role signing as a new attorney. So I'm very
Ah.
happy and excited for my boyfriend. You know, we've always been supporting each other when it comes to our dreams. And on the 14th, I'll be there to support him.
Yay! Si Roxy.
Well, for me, proud naman ako. Actually, nagtatampo yung boyfriend ko. Sabi niya, hala, nagka-crown ka lang, di mo na ako pinapost. Sabi ko, sorry, kasi nagwelo lang ako. Well, ito na yon. This is your time to shine. Darius doing Australia. O, ayan.
Nga. Naku, stalk ko nga yung mga boyfriends nyo. Stalk ko nga yung mga itsura.
Yeah, sure. Well, let's have lunch someday.
Yes, yes. Sige, pag di ka busy sa training ni Sir Rogil, who is apparently watching us right now. Hi, Sir Rogil.
Hello!
Yeah. So, si Shane,
Kailangan-
single yata.
Ay, hindi. Ako hindi. I'm in a relationship with someone right now. Pero,
Oh.
private person lang din kasi talaga siya. Pero, sobrang happy ako kasi he's very supportive. Hindi siya ma-social media, pero nung nag-pageant ako, my God, nagkakamali pa siya ng mga comment. Nagkakamali siya ng mga comment niya. Nasa States siya ngayon, but I'm very much happy kasi kahit magkaiba ng time difference, kunyari laging 2 p.m. yung mga namin pre-pageant activities, you really take time to watch it ng 2 a.m. sa US. So, hi, Ravi!
Okay, on that note, guys, thank you so much for joining us in this wonderful discussion. I really learned so much from you guys. I had so much fun doing this interview. Super natutulala ako sa lahat ng mga sinasabi nyo ngayon. You're not only just beautiful, but you are also with a beautiful heart, a golden heart, ready to serve the environment right away. 'Di ba? So guys, thank you so much. I hope to see more of you, and I will definitely follow your respective journey in this new journey platform that you have right now. I hope you will be able to maximize your reign kahit given that we are all being limited or hampered with everything that's going on. So maraming salamat guys. Thank you so much Miss Mylene Villamater Misolas, Miss Lorraine Shook, anyone from Carousel, everyone from Carousel Productions for making this interview possible. I hope you all enjoyed my interview with the newly crowned Miss Philippines Earth winners, and we'll see. 'Di ba, high hopes tayo that Roxy will be able to maintain the winning streak of our country in the international pageant edition. All right, because Roxy has got such lovely and supportive pageant sisters to back her up.
Amen.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you for spending your afternoon with
Thank you,
me, with
Adam.
all of us here on Sash Factor. We really learned so much.
Andy,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sir Andy, Sash
It has
Factor,
been
thank
a
you so
wonderful
much.
Andy.
Yeah, it has been a wonderful time getting to know all of you. Sana may part 2 ulit kapag hindi na ganito katindi yung pandemic. Sana face-to-face na kung next year pa yan o kailan pa yan. Diba? Para mas masaya. Alright guys, thank you so much. Take care guys. Stay safe and hydrated. Diba? Magkaroon na tayo ng green thumb practice. Magkaroon na tayo. Yeah, pagtanim tayo as what Roxy says. We need to strengthen our food security. Yeah, alright? And thank you, girls. Thank you, girls. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Kisses. Bye.